everybody, it's Mia with Chalk with Mia. I am here tonight with some late night chalking with you. Okay, all you night owls. Are you like me? Oh my gosh. All right, let's see here. Let's see if I can. There we go. All right, I hope you guys are night owls like I am, because I'm telling you, I was just sitting there and I've been home for a while and I could have done this a while ago, but I was just watching some stuff and hanging out and just kind of enjoying being lazy, to be honest with you. And so I just started thinking, I was like, gosh, I kind of want to do a craft, and I was going to sit in here and do it by myself, and then I thought, why do that? I have people I can share it with. I know there's got to be some other night owls out there. So if you are here and you are joining me, please say hello and let me know that you're here. I would love to craft with you tonight. So maybe you're crafting and I'm crafting and we can craft together. Hi Dee, how are you? Thank you for joining me. So anyways, it's going to be a fairly simple project tonight, at least on the live, because I figured it's late and we can do this together. But anyways, I have this round pallet board, and it's just a bunch of boards. I had somebody make it for me because I am not wood savvy or crafty in that sense. So it's just some boards with some little beams that are nailed across to hold them together, and then a dark stain was applied on the front. And so I thought, I was just sitting there and I was like, gosh, what can I do with this board? And I was trying to think of something fun to add, and I just thought, you know what? I'm going to just add the word hello to it and some felt flowers. So I have all of these really cool felt flowers, and I thought it would be just sweet to add it to the top. Or I have some ribbon. I don't know. We can play around a little bit, but I figured what we do is just add the hello in the custard. Oh good, I'm glad, Dee. Just add the custard, and my camera is crooked. Sorry guys. I kept looking on the camera going, it looks crooked, then I looked down and no. Or it looked straight on the camera, but then I'd look down and it was crooked. Okay, so one thing that you guys, when we work with these pallet boards, there is a gap in between. Chalk Couture has just come out with some pallet boards themselves, and you could probably stain those, I would think. I haven't tried either paint or stain them, but the great thing about the Chalk Couture boards is the gap is really close, so you don't get what I'm going to get here, which is a little bit of a dip when I go to chalk the word, which is fantastic. So I am going to wax my surface just a little bit here to prep it. I mean, we could do, there's so many different ideas that you could do with this. You could do the come in and stay a while, hello, welcome. I mean, the choices are endless, really. And I just thought I'd just do hello. I figured that was short and sweet. Hello, how are you? And make it say that, because that's what most everybody says. Yes, Dee, felt flowers are so cool. I wish I had the patience or knowledge and know how to make them, but I don't, so I buy mine. But I do love the whole felt flower movement. There's a girl in Chalk Couture on our team, actually, who she started out making, that's her main business, is with felt flowers, I believe, and stuff. And she's branched out and done other things, but her stuff is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, I probably don't need to wax this entire board because I'm not using the entire board, but I am going to just run my cloth over the sections just in case we change our mind, because Lord knows that happens. As most artists and crafters, probably we have one idea in our head and then we start crafting and it's like, oh, I'm going to do something else. I could do it with the palette runs, with the boards going long ways, but I think I like them in the horizontal position. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got some wax in between here. Okay. that will eventually just go away. All right. Dee, have you worked with felt flowers before? What have you done with them if you have? I'm always interested to hear what other people do. Oh, you do? Yeah, it's just, I think, you know, the made ones that people make themselves. Ooh, my custard's got a little bit. Okay, so, all right, guys, so this is why they say to use distilled water. Oh, hey, Miss Jen Pack, I love you too. All right, so this is why they say to use distilled water. Okay, I'm going to show this to you guys because you guys know I'm pretty honest with you. See that mold? Because when we use the water out of our sinks, we just don't know. And this one's pretty old, actually. It's over a year old, and they say they last about a year. So I'm actually going to toss that one. But that's why they say use distilled water if you add water to your paste, which I do not. I use water out of my sink, but I've only had that happen one other time before, and to be honest, it tends to happen with my older pastes, the ones that are kind of aging out anyways. So just a little warning there that if that happens to you, it might be because of the water that you're choosing, not necessarily the Chalk Couture product, okay? Because like I said, I've rarely even had it happen. But when I have, it's a older paste and it's water out of my sink. So there you go. All right, so we're gonna get this custard ready. And again, if you're here, please say hi. With the program that I use, I can't see when people are on. I can only see comments, and then it tallies how many likes and loves and laughs and angry signs I get, and that sort of a thing. So, yeah, so please say hello. All right, as you guys can see, I've used this transfer before. So as you guys can see this, what we call ghosting or staining or whatever, it is not inside of the screen mesh area, so I'm not worried about it. But some of the darker pastes, the black, the blues, the reds, will leave that, and that's okay. It does not damage our transfers whatsoever, but I've seen some people kind of go, oh my gosh, my transfer's ruined, and it's not. As long as, oh, Dodie, is it Dodie? You are welcome. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, a couple of people have had that happen, and so they're recommending that you use distilled water. I just haven't done it. And like I said, I don't have it come in. It doesn't happen a lot to me, but it has happened. Obviously, I just showed it to you guys. I think that's the second time it's ever happened to me. But, you know, it is what it is. So, all right, I am going to fuzz just quickly, though. It doesn't have to be, I'm actually going to put this up just a little bit, a big fuzz because I have used it before. Oh, good. So yeah, so I always like to share all the ins and outs as I can. Because it doesn't help anybody when you don't share the bad stuff that happens too. And not that it's bad, it's just stuff that happens, and we got to know how to fix it, right? So yeah. All right, so a little over 1.5 inches. And this one is going to be, oh, pretty close. Okay. All right. I think you guys are going to start calling me a liar, though, because I always say I don't measure a lot. I don't measure a lot. But recently I've been measuring almost everything. So anyways, all right, I have used this quite a bit, and because it's kind of a wood surface, my stickiness is not in full effect. So I'm looking for my, okay, here we go. Sorry, I was looking for my painter's tape. Sometimes I will use this just to help hold the transfer down, especially when it's just going to be a real kind of quick and easy transfer, and it won't mess it up by laying it down, so that when I drag the squeegee across, it doesn't lift on me. Because hi Cindy. So the wonderful thing about our transfers are, because they've got a screen mesh in them, it really helps make a beautiful transfer from what you guys would call a stencil, but we call transfers, onto the project. But the one thing that'll trip you up is if there's air bubbles underneath, because when the paste gets underneath it, it's got to go somewhere. And when there's an air bubble, it gives it a little gap to kind of bleed a little bit. So you want to get as many of those air bubbles out as possible. And it's easier if your transfer's not lifting on you. And so sometimes, depending on the surface, sometimes they just don't want to stick as well. So I bring a little help in here with my painter's tape. Okay, so we're going to grab a squeegee, which I've got here, and I'm going to load it up with some custard, one of my favorite colors. I hope they come back with something similar. I think it's a retired color now. They've got a couple other that are similar. But when you do this, you want to literally drag the paste across. You don't want to chip at it like this as much as possible. It's better if you just do long, solid strokes. There might be some small areas that you kind of chip at it, but for the most part, you just want to do long, solid strokes. And it does not matter if you go left to right, up and down. The project does not care. It's lifting on me a little bit, so I'm trying to help it here. So what you want to do is spread it on like you're buttering bread or icing a cake, right? And then you're going to pull all that excess paste off. And when you can see the transfer underneath, then you've done a good job. I use painter's tape all the time. Yes, I absolutely agree. Hi, Janet. How are you? I absolutely agree. It helps if, like, especially like, let's say that I didn't want the, well, I was saying I didn't want the O, but then I'd be saying hell. Sorry. If I didn't want the O, I could put painter's tape across it so I don't accidentally run my squeegee over that area and paste that. So yes, D, that is absolutely right. Okay, and then when I'm done with my squeegee, I've got a little bucket of water over here. Now that was lifting on me a little bit, so let's just see how it did. Oh, it did so well. Look at that. I love our transfers so much. So now I just pull my little painter's tape off the sides and I put it on my table because yes, I keep my little strips of painter's tape. Even though I have a whole roll, I keep them and use them a couple times and then I throw them away. All right, so I'm going to put my transfer in the water as well because you guys can see the paste is on here, but we don't want it to sit out in the air too long because our paste is chalk based and so the air loves it, and what it will do is it will dry it out. So which you can just clean with some water and a paper towel or one of our cleaning sponges. Gosh, what is it called? Somebody help me out. One of our magic eraser type things is what I call them. But you know, why work harder when you don't have to? All right, so I'm covering up my paste. Okay, I stirred it up a little bit and put the stir stick in the water as well. I'm going to hit this with a blow dryer just because as I'm moving, I don't want to accidentally swipe it and have to redo it. So let me just hit this with a blow dryer. So this is one reason why I love custard. Here, I'm going to show this to you guys. It's a cream. It's just like custard. It's just the name, like the name. They did a really good job naming these things. But white to me, like, let me see if I have the white. You guys can see, like, white is very, very stark. It's like a very bright color up against this dark wood, which is pretty. Thank you, Cindy. But I think that the custard kind of gives it a little bit more depth since it's such a dark wood. So that's why I like the white. I mean the custard up against it. So I'm sorry, I need to take a little sip of soda. Sorry. Okay, so now we get the fun of choosing our felt flowers. And I have a ton here. I am just going to lay some of them out up here so that we can choose what to use. And I figured maybe what I would do is take that ribbon that I have. It's like a linen ribbon, I think. And maybe just do it as the hanger, right? So that you hang that on. Okay. Open a few of these up. Now, one thing I don't have that I wish I did, which I might add later, is that you can get little sprigs of greenery and add it behind the felt flowers, which I think would be a nice little touch to add both. I mean, they have them in the felt, but I'm talking like actual, like fake greenery, you know, that you can buy. Okay, so I think the dark purple is going to be too dark. I already have a light purple out. I've got, I think the green's going to be a little too dark as well. But let's see here. Oh, I do love these. These are some of my favorite, but I think, I don't know, I think the white's going to clash with that custard, to be honest. Okay, so let's see. And I've got, let me plug in my hot glue gun. I've got a hot glue gun here because that's how we're going to attach them. Unless somebody else has some other nifty trick that I don't know about for attaching felt flowers. Glue dots too, but I think glue dots would eventually deteriorate or not stick as much maybe. I don't know, I could be wrong. That's just my feeling, but I do have glue dots as well. And if you don't know what glue dots are, which to be honest with you, I had to look them up too because somebody was using them once and I was like, glue dots? What are glue dots? Like, I think people just call them different things, but hold on, let me see if I can find mine. And I can show them to you guys as an alternative choice. My little crafty bin over here. Hold on, guys. Oh, I'm in the wrong bin. That's why I can't find it. It's on my glitter. Goodness. Maybe I don't have them here. I don't know what I did with them. But anyways, they're little tiny dots of glue. And you, oh, here they are. And you can, I put them in the wrong bin. It helps when you store your crafts correctly, guys, right? So I'm going to show this to you. And these are wonderful. I do use them quite a bit. But they come on this, like, strip of whatever, and then they're little dots of glue, and you can ball them up or you can use them, but a lot of times I just put them on the project and then lift, and it adds a cute little dot of glue there for me. Okay, so now that our hot glue has kind of heated up here, I think this one, although pretty, sits a little too high unless I can build up something underneath it. Because even though it looks okay, see how it's got like a, it's pretty big, where the rest of them are pretty flat. So maybe if I, this is where some creativity, oh, some of these have, oh, look at that. Some of them already came with glue bottoms, but, But let's see here. If we do this, we're going to orient them together first. And then, oh, I like the pink and the teal. Maybe a lighter pink. Hi, Donna. How are you? Maybe green. Is that too like 80s? 80s brightness? Maybe they're two, and then that's two colors similar, or two styles similar next to each other. Nope. You guys know me, I've got to have like an odd number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to have, and because there's so much space, I want to, you know, close in that space a little bit. Let's open up some more. Some more. Oh, you know what? This one might be nice instead of this one because it's a little bit different style. Okay. What do you guys think so far? Add white flowers. Okay, got it. I've got a few. So I added this one. Is that good? And then, oh, it kind of actually helps to see it on camera. I don't think I'm liking that one there. I think I need, maybe, I've got, I don't know if this gray, no. I've got this big purple one. See, the two big ones side by side. I don't like that. I think, and then if we add a few sprigs of the leaves, s'more. Add some more white ones. I'll have s'mores though, if you're offering s'mores. Oh, I don't like, okay. Maybe my creative brain has died for the night. It's like, heck, no, Mia. Okay, we'll do this and add, I don't have as many leaves as I would like. Maybe here. How am I doing, guys? Is this getting better or worse? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah! I'm still in my even numbers here. Maybe, I know I said that dark purple is not going to be a good choice, but I'm thinking that color is a little too maroon or something. Okay. Let's see here. You guys laughing at me? It's quite all right. I do that a lot to myself. Okay, let's see here. Where did my other bag go? Nope. See, I'm throwing everything everywhere. Does that go there? And this one go here. And this one go here. Yeah? Do you like that? How is that? All right, now somebody snap a photo. Just kidding. Okay. See, I think if I add any more, actually, I'm going to have to live with my even number because I think if I add anything else, it's going to not be pretty. Unless I did. Nope. No. I think I liked that. Like that. A crescent with the flowers. You mean like this across the top? Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay, let's try that. All right, so we'll arrange in different, let me pull these off. Okay, somebody take a screenshot of that last one we did. Just kidding. All right, kind of. Okay, so here and here and here, maybe. And then, so, maybe go up a little bit. Or maybe the bigger ones. See, that big one is my only other big one, and I'm not, well, I have this one, but it doesn't fit the motif. Didn't I have another bag around here somewhere? What did I do with it, people? What did I do with it? Maybe not. Maybe this was everything I had. Okay. So, I'm just looking around, make sure I haven't lost anything. Sometimes less is more. Yes. I gotcha. So you guys liked the, what are you saying yes to? Maybe you can do like, I keep going right back to like doing a cluster. I don't know why. I think because I don't have the right selection of flowers to do a thing, maybe a crescent. I don't know. I think maybe that's my problem, or what's stopping me. Sometimes less. Okay, so, oh. There's 7. If I did this and then added the greenery throughout. All right, guys, hold on. I completely agree with you though, Dee. Sometimes less is more. It's too symmetrical with the other one. Maybe something up here. All right, what if I did that? How is that? Stick with 2 colors. Ooh. What colors would you recommend? I've got pinks and blues. Pinks and purples, maybe? So I can exchange these out. Okay. I love that you guys are helping me. Thank you. And maybe this deep purple one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we starting to narrow it down? Maybe do the green first. Okay. I love this. See, this is why I love you guys so much. Okay. Do the green, oh, do the green one first, maybe in the middle is what you're saying. Okay. Like this, the turquoise green. And then we'll do the purple, turquoise and purple, teal and white. Okay. Teal and white. This funky one too. I've got another teal over here. Remove the navy one. I'm probably changing it up way too much because there's a lag. All right, guys, I'll try to be more patient. Okay, let's see here. Let's do. I'm thinking I kind of liked maybe. I do like being able to see it from up above though. That's nice. Because then I can, yeah, I don't like that guy. That guy's just too darn stinking big. He doesn't fit. White, white, white. Maybe do all white. Let's see. Oh, that's the same white. Nope, don't have enough whites to do that. Leaves at an angle you want than the flowers. flowers. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the right side. Oh. I don't think it really matters. Okay. There's two side by side. It's two like, all right. Move it like this. I don't like that there's two of those the same. You know, I'm thinking I liked that pop of purple, the purples in there when I did it earlier. Do you guys agree? Kind of liked. Okay. Purple. I know y'all said two colors, but maybe these are all similar flowers. Oops, paintbrush just fell. Oh my gosh, you guys. For anybody who buys felt flower stuff, have a full appreciation for the design of it. Because this is harder than it looks. Much, much harder than it looks. Okay. I think we're going back with having a big one in the middle and build. This is what I do when I use the chalk couture ones. I have a big one and then I build off of it. And that helps with placement. Maybe not touching so much. Okay. That's a good idea. Maybe use the leaves as their center. And then another white one. Where's my other white one? Does it look like all the others? Okay. And then another light pink one down here or something with I'm missing. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate it. I know, guys, it's so hard because it's, you know, it's funny because ultimately whatever you go with, I've learned that even throughout the process when you're debating it, whatever, at the end, nobody knows really, well, I'm in a live, so everybody knows, but for the most part with your artwork, nobody knows what you hemmed and hawed over throughout the process. And most of the time they're just going to say, wow, that was really pretty. You know, that's pretty creative or whatever. And so don't stress too much. I know it seems like I'm stressing, but I'm not really. Don't stress too much over the process because whatever you choose, it's going to work, right? Like people are going to look at it and go, wow, that's really pretty, right? So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it like this. And then if I can find some sprigs to kind of pull it out a little bit, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to add the thing on the end. So let's go ahead and tape these in. And I think you guys will then kind of see it fully done here. Let me get all these guys out of the way. Urgh. I love that some of these came with sticky bottoms. I didn't realize. Okay, so those green pieces are good. They don't need any help. But this guy has a sticky bottom, but they're not super sticky, so they're not gonna, maybe we'll add a little bit. And just work our way around. A little dab here. Ow, oh God. Oh, thank you, Deb. Thanks, Dee. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to find some greenery too, to kind of maybe add something coming down the sides to kind of bring this all together. Kind of like my shirt. Oh, you guys can't see my shirt. It says all together now. Maybe that's my theme tonight. All together now. Okay, and I'm just working my way up because I don't want to forget what I've chosen here, because I will. Yeah, I think the leaves do add a little something, which is nice. Oops. I'm just adding gobs of glue onto the bottom. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, hey guys. Yeah, just something to, the other thing you can do is add ribbons. You know, I do have different colored ribbons. I have pink and purple and, you know, a whole bunch of different ribbons. But I think adding the twigs or something, a little bit more greenery or brown or something will help, definitely. Just add that extra oomph. Did I already do this guy? No. Okay. I've had the Sesame Street theme song in my head for like a week now. I have not watched Sesame Street in probably, let's see, my son's 12. What, like 6 years? Somebody please explain to me how that happened. Or get another song in my head, please. Okay. And then we're going to play with a little bit of ribbon, and then we'll be good. And all you guys can go back to your late night whatevers. Are any of you guys night owls like me? I always joke that my brain kicks in around 4 p.m. and then just doesn't stop. And as I get older, it's a little bit more of a curse because I don't recover as quickly. Yes, Cindy, I'm telling you, I'm like, sunny days, clouds away. Now all you guys can have the benefit of that song in your head. You are welcome. All right, I'm just going to do the little stem thingy here and hope that if I push that in there, it will kind of just stay. Or maybe I could, there we go, that way the bottom of it. Okay, so because it's kind of a clump, like I said, in the middle, I am going to do something that will pull it down the sides because I think that's what it's missing. I do. But unfortunately, I don't have anything right here, right now to do that with. So let me get my flowers put back in little baggies here, and we're going to pull the ribbon out and see if we can add a little something to the top of it and make it look pretty. That is true, Deb. Cindy, yes, I know you're a night owl too, lady. It's, you know, funny because I know my body needs more sleep. I do. And I'm one of these people, I require like 10 hours of sleep regardless, but I typically get, and I know 10 hours, y'all are probably like, okay, Mia, that's a little. Exactly, D. Oh, you're ready to go. Yeah, I know that I need sleep. I always have. I've always been one of those people that requires a lot of sleep. But I traditionally get like 4 hours. Maybe 5 or 6 if I'm lucky. And as I get older, I'm seeing it in a lot of different ways. Oops. Having its negative effects, right? So I need to get better. All right, so I've got 2 different ribbons here. You guys give me your opinion. This one will be easier because there's just 2 of them. I've got like a brown burlappy one and a white, now this one's wired. White, it looks like burlap in a way. What do you guys think? White burlappy or brown? Cindy, I know. That's funny. You're like, why am I paying you? I know that already. It's like most of us night owls already know. The problem is shutting our brains off, right? Like, how do you do that? How do you shut your brain off? How do you do that? Brown. Okay. Brown it is. I think you're right because it's a nice, very lighter shade of the board, which will be good. Okay. Ooh, my son's having a sleepover with his best friend, and I can hear them like running around up there. They're so cute. I love it. Okay. So I am not I have done ribbons. I should say I had somebody teach me how to do ribbon, but not as, like, I'm thinking, oops, let me pull this down so you guys can see. I'm thinking maybe I'm just going to cut a piece. Is this the way you guys do it? I don't know. Okay. Got little hot glue strings everywhere. Okay. You know, we could actually, no. All right, how do we do this, guys? I'm literally just playing here. But we want it to be able to hang, right? So if how do you guys do that? I've seen people that, maybe I might have to Google this, but if we did, I know how to make like a pretty ribbon to put on a wreath, but I've never done like a tie. How do you guys do that? Do I tie it in a knot? Do you tie it in a knot? Do you tie it in a bow? What's that sound? Do your ears hang low? Do they waddle to and fro? You think I've been in a kindergarten class all week or something. Jeez Louise, people. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just, I think, going to tie this in a knot, maybe. Oops, I needed to go lower. And then I'm going to tie it in a pretty bow at the top. Simple. Simple elegance. Okay, Let's do this again, people. All right. I'm just going to, and I can always cut off the excess legs of these pieces of ribbon if I've got too much. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay. This part down here I'm not worried about because that's going to be hidden behind. Okay. And then we're going to squeeze it. Make another loop. Squeeze it, right? So we have 2 bunny ears. I'm going to put 1 bunny ear through. I'm going to try to make some pretty a pretty bow here. I'm just making okay, so if we then do this, when you hang it, now you've got, you know what, I could have done multiple ribbons in here and made just a pretty ribbon type thing up here. Okay, let me make these match. So that's, let me cut this one. If you fold it in half and then cut at an angle, you get that fishtail bottom. There we go. I'm sure most of y'all already knew that. Okay. All right, so this will be to help hang it. And then what I'll do is I'll have the little sprigs coming down maybe. Maybe what we do is we put the ribbon down here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Ribbon, no ribbon, and just sprigs? Maybe that's what I should do, is just do the sprigs and just forget about the ribbon. I don't know. The ribbon I'm not feeling right now. Maybe because I'm just not knowing what to do with it. I think it just kind of adds too much to it. All right, I think what I'm going to do is try to find the sprigs, add it to that, and then when I do that, I'll send you guys, I'll post a picture and you guys can tell me what you think. How about that? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed this craft and maybe that you'll try some felt flowers and just give it a go and combine it with some of your chalk couture transfers. So if you guys are interested in joining my VIP group, just type the letters VIP in the bottom. Or if you want to be notified, next time I go live, all you have to do is text the word VIP to 757-505-0303, and I will add you to my notifications where you'll get a text alert whenever I run specials, deals, or anything else. All right, thank you, Cindy. I hope you have a wonderful night too. And thanks, guys, for all of your input and help. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you like what it ended up being. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.